What's up, guys? It's me, Crimson60620, and I'm doing a picture. You're gonna see half of it here. You're gonna see a good majority of it. I'm not gonna finish, and I'm doing it right now. I've actually already traced it, and I was just using a kneadable eraser to get rid of the extra graphite lines. As you guys probably know, I do a sketch on more like cheap paper, and then I transferred it to this one I'm using is mixed media. And what you see now is I have a thing, and one of my drawing things that I've tried to like really get away from in the past is those thick, heavy black lines, and I've used more fine liners of the colors in a lighter way that I want to actually color it for. So you see me doing silver chains because the chains is obviously going to be silver. The outline of her is I'm using kind of a light brown, and I'm just going over the pencil lines that are already done after I lighten them up. It gives it a little bit more of a better look while I'm doing it versus just having those graphite lines, and especially when you get into the marker blends, that can actually just cause so much blending. You see me actually doing the lips. I'm actually using probably a lighter color than what I want to actually eventually put them at. And I call myself doing a skin a little bit lighter, but you guys will see that it's gonna actually do a little bit of change. I didn't actually finish this. I left it right where you guys are seeing it. You see me adding more of the fine lines, almost a gray type color, and I know it could be a little bit difficult because of the type of camera I'm using, but yeah, just trying to get that look in there. You see me again highlighting the trim of her bra. Yes, this is another sexy drawing that I'm doing, and I don't know if you actually see it. She actually has a blindfold, and of course, again, I'm just trying to make it a little bit more dramatic in what I'm doing, where you get the hair just a little bit messy because it's a drawing. So you got to get something to catch your eyes. And as you can actually see me fill it in, you can actually start seeing the difference between the two. I wanted to originally go with like a black type blindfold, but I wanted it to actually stand out. So I'm going with the red. Of course, I'm gonna do red and black, and I got a little bit more. I got a little bit of a idea of like what the final picture is gonna actually be, and I'm just a little bit unhappy with the hands, and I just can't quite fix it like I want to. But that's still something I can actually fix for later. And again, just balancing it out so you guys get a rough outline of what the picture is. It's a young lady with a choker and some chains on and being blindfolded. I'm breaking out the markers from Artist Loft like I normally have. I know I've been with my art, I've been doing a little bit more of the provocative side, more of the titillation. So I'm just trying to decide what I'm going to do next, and just trying to figure out like skin tones and stuff like that. One of the things, and I don't mention much about this, probably just because it's just becoming so second nature to me. I started doing blending a lot when I got these markers from Michaels, and one of the things that it just started like a kind of a new type of way of me doing stuff, and so I'm still trying to work out the best process. So you see me laying down a very light color. These are like some areas where I know that it's going to be light, I'm trying to actually just see where I can actually get the lighting just right, and seeing that I'm doing a lot of this from imagination. I'm still trying to figure out that lighting and just trying to come up with a picture, come up with a way of just it looking, real in 3D. Again, I'm just laying down a base coat, trying to get an idea of where different things are. Of course, I'm using the what are those, the Winsor and Norton skin tone markers. Those are also been very, very I've enjoyed using those very much. And see, I'm laying down the darker color. I'm using the combination between cinnamon, praline, and almond. So I lay down a darker color, then blend the lighter color into it, and you'll see me use that technique a lot over the course of the two. And then I'm trying to get a little bit more shadow underneath her neck, because it's underneath her neck. Of course, it's going to be a little bit more shadow, and trying to get it a little bit more pronounced. And one of the things that it's helped me out kind of find my groove is between Bristol paper and mixed media, what I'm using now. Those actually capture the markers really, really well. Now, one of the other things that I want to say is this. One of the things I enjoy about the way I use them, the way the markers actually go, and right now I'm just trying to think of how to actually get the picture going and what to do, and compare try to get that blend the way I want it to get on there. Usually you can get away with a two-tone face. I like to get almost a third as far as lines go. You can see me actually, this is the lightest color actually, and I'm pushing that color from the darker into the lighter colors, and you can see me actually just using that blend technique. And they're acetone markers, and the blending actually works really well, and you never really damage your markers. I'm sure you've heard that before, but it just works really well. As you can see that I'm starting to actually build that face tone where it's a little bit more even across, adding a little bit of shadows where the hairline is. Trying to get that nose shadow just right. It's one of those things where it's still one of those things where I'm just trying to get absolutely right. Alright, so I'm still trying to work out and just trying to get that coloring right, trying to figure out the coloring of her body and stuff like that. Get a little bit of shadows. What I decided at this point was her right side is going to have a little bit more light than her left side. Just one of those spur of the moment things that I figured out at that time. I'm still trying to and I haven't finished it. I'm still trying to get more of a see what tones I can actually get. So you see me actually bringing the dark to kind of get an outline to cover up that brown line that I use, and I may have to start using an even lighter color to denote the edge. But I'm gonna actually clean that up in the middle, because what I want this picture to actually be is of the person that you actually have blindfolded her. All I want to see is the hands. I'm gonna actually put I'm gonna use a lot of darkness around some darkness around the person that's holding the hands, and using the darkness around her. And that's kind of why I wanted the red blindfold on her, because I wanted it to stand out. And that's why I also wanted her to have, the pink, or I haven't decided, full red or just pink lipstick to like have it stand out. But I'm gonna have her kind of in a dark-ish kind of hair color with a kind of like blend out the darkness around her, the mysteriousness of it. And I don't know, I actually put this on my Facebook story to like tell a little bit of a story, like the mystery of it. But that's just me trying to, keep those writing skills a little bit worked out while I'm working on my drawing skills. As you can see, I was trying to get more of a tone where you can actually get the tone of the top of her breast, but it just wasn't working out. So I'm gonna actually take the time to try to just color it over. As you guys see me coloring over, it still kind of left a better shadow, but I also had to focus on the chain because you don't want to just leave an empty space. So I'm gonna actually focus on that chain, and I may actually use and I'm still trying to debate and still trying to figure it out. Usually when I'm drawing, I'm not trying to figure things out. Usually when I'm drawing, I'm still trying to figure things out while I'm drawing it to see, what that color was and how it actually affects. Rarely do I have a complete plan when I go into the actual stages of coloring. Funny enough, this was just supposed to be a joke drawing when I first started doing it, because I actually had a picture where I was just drawing. Somebody made a post on a Facebook group about what is your submission, and I drew this crude picture of this young lady being blindfolded, and then I was like, okay, so I have the picture, let's actually make it a little bit better. And this is the sketch was the result, and now I'm just working on the picture. So I'm still, as you can see, I am taking the time to do more of the brown in the way of kind of getting that shadow going. I fund up something where I literally I forgot to put a sheet of paper, because with all the blending that you guys seeing, it actually, you do get a lot of bleed through on the bottom of the page. I forgot to put like a scrap piece of paper, but yeah, it was one of those things. So now that I've worked on the body, and I'm gonna come back down to actually work more on the body and the torso. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it a just I need to work on the torso, maybe keep it as like a teddy or a bra. I don't know just yet, but I'm still working on it. What you see me now is working on that blindfold, and I was trying a few different colors. You can always go from a lighter color to a darker color with no problem. I wanted it to stand out a little bit more, so you can see me working with a lighter color, and I'm trying different lighter colors to try to fill it in. But no, I with going down this path, I wanted a dark, bold color. So you see me actually trying to get an outline of where the bridge of her nose would actually be affected by the blindfold. That's why you see the light colors right there. You see the eyes, because you will see the recesses of where your eyes would be, but they're not going to stay that way, because what you're going to see is me doing more blending, trying to get that darker color spread out. And right now I'm using that lighter color to try to spread that darker color out. Again, I'm repeating some of the steps I did first with our body, just laying out that one solid color, that light color. And then what I do is I take the lightest color I have and try to blend it in to the darkest color and spread it out. And see, as you can actually see, it's coming along. It's actually making it where it's giving a little bit of shadow, a little bit more. It looks like it's textured, and that's the key thing about it. So for me, I always take the blend and try to blend the lightest color, the darkest to the lightest, and it actually helps, give that transition. And so you see me taking the darker colors and just again taking the light color and blending it more. So yeah, still trying to decide, because I'm trying to make sure it comes out somewhat even, somewhat believable. And yeah, this is one of those things where, as you can see, and I'm actually doing this at 4x speed, and I'm drawing and I'm coloring under. You can see that again, I'm trying to decide what step to actually take next. And looks like the video is coming to an end very soon, guys. But I want to thank everybody who's watched. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment about what you want to actually see from this series and from this video. I want to thank you. It's been fun, and thank you for watching Crimson 60620. Peace.